Coming up, how I got Tesla to buy back my lemon of a Model Y. All right, Tesla, the buyback story. All right, I don't want to take too much time from you. I know you're very busy, but I thought this information might help some people who might be going through the same kind of thing. My main problem with my Tesla was it was having one specific problem that I couldn't get Tesla to fix. And if you were going through this, you might have a lemon. And if you have a lemon, you might be able to get your money back. Let's rewind. I'm going to go all the way back to actually my first Tesla, which was a Model 3. And I love that car so much. I got the base, I guess it was called Standard Plus model at the time. And I had zero issues with that car, literally none. And I thought that was going to be my car for a long time until my third child was born. And those three car seats in the back are very tight and very difficult. And at a time, it was getting to be a little, in my opinion, unsafe with the way they were configured. So I was pretty much sent an offer through this Tesla app, and they were offering like a 2% loan. I'm not a millionaire, so I talked to the wife about this, and she thought it might be a good idea because it came with a third row. And you know those Teslas with the third row, the Model Ys anyway, they are not really meant for adults, but for children my ages, perfect. And so I went down, I put my down payment on it, and last year, just about a year ago, a little over a year ago, I actually purchased it, and I loved it. Until I was driving on the highway right after I bought it, and I heard a nice high-pitched whistle in my ear coming from the window. After that, I also heard this loud flapping that was going on in what seemed like maybe the AC unit, right? When it's very hot out, it was about July. So when the AC started kicking in pretty high, it was like almost like there's something that wasn't screwed down properly. And those are my first kind of red flags about the car. I mean, I had none of this in my Model 3, like none. And well, after I took it in and they fixed those other issues, I got one huge problem, which was some water egress in the back trunk area. And while, I gave them the benefit of the doubt, I brought it in, they attempted to fix it, it just kept going back into the shop. And I just kept a track. And after maybe like the third time it was in the shop, I, started to look up, all right, is this car a lemon? Now you're gonna have to check your state because every state kind of varies in terms of what you kind of qualify as a lemon. But my car was getting there. And so I just kept taking it back and kept trying to get it fixed. I kept documenting and taking pictures when the water kind of came in. And I'll show those pictures on the screen here. But, what I wasn't really prepared for was that Tesla actually really, were pretty open about if it's a problem, they will buy it back. And so I went up to one of the offices there, what salespeople are, and I just said, hey, look, I got this problem. I was taking it in. They went and took a look at it, and they said, yeah, if it's a lemon, we'll buy it back. They were pretty open about that, and I thought that was great. So I, again, kept trying to get it fixed. And by the time it was in my state about 5 times trying to fix the same problem, in the shop almost a full month in terms of business days for the problem, I just started to pursue this particular issue. Now, in my state, I decided to go through the state as well. Like I contacted the Attorney General, put the paperwork in, documented all the parts that, of the story with them and the mileage and all that. But Tesla was pretty quick to respond and saying, yes, we'll buy back the car. There was a few back and forths in terms of what they were willing to give me. Ultimately kind of came to a mutual agreement of how much I wanted to get and how much money I put into it and things like that. And I was pretty satisfied with the whole buyback process. It was really just a matter of a few small issues that they were kind of hit me with that I pushed back on. But they were pretty quick to say, all right, here you go. As a matter of fact, they actually gave me a benefit of the doubt kind of extra perk, which I thought was really, pretty appreciative there, on my end. So that's the story. And I feel like if anybody's out there having this particular problem with their car, don't be afraid to contact the manufacturer. Matter of fact, even when I was going through the lemon law kind of steps, it said, oh, did you contact the manufacturer? Sometimes I feel like we have it in our heads that they're never going to want to buy back. They're going to give me a hard time. And Tesla was pretty great at that. Would I buy another one? That's another question for another day. I'm currently borrowing a car and kind of just saving up some money to see if I can get another car and see what's out there. But as far as the performance and the handling and just the overall Tesla lifestyle, I loved it, and I am going to miss it. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks again for checking out this video, and I hope it helps. Bye.